up YouTube? Kantstandlam Garage back with another video. Today I want to do a quick product review for Vvivid's vinyl tint that they sent me. So pretty much what people have been doing about a decade ago or less than a decade ago was spray painting tint onto taillights and stuff like that, and there always been a problem with that. It gave a very matte finish, and on top of that it wasn't really even in terms of layering. Of course, vinyl was created back then as well, but at the time only shops were able to provide that service and that product to consumers. But lately, you know, technology is getting better and vinyl wrap is all over the place. Vvivid has a tint product made out of vinyl, super nice and shiny, which gives it a nice, more, you know, even look than using the standard spray paint. I've done that before and it's awful. So today we're gonna review the two types of tint that I was offered from Vvivid and show you guys what the difference look like. We're going to be doing it on my Scion XB. Since these taillights are very simple and square, it should be quite easy to install and show you guys the difference. Also, these taillights are super red, so you can see how dark and how light one or the other will look compared to your car. Of course, if this was a white car or a brighter car, it would look a lot different in terms of the look, but since this is a darker color, it might look a lot darker or a little nicer, depending on how it complements the green and the satin black trunk on this car. I've already installed the suede buffer pad on the 3M squeegee that Vvivid gave me. I'm gonna keep that in my pocket, and also I'm gonna be using the new Vvivid Blade. Very similar to the other one I've been using, but this one is a lot nicer, as you can see here. It's like a standard blade, but instead of using the side to pull the blade up, it's actually on the back, as you can see there. Another good thing that I've noticed right here in this design, as you can see right in the middle right there, you can put this on the back of the backing paper on a vinyl, and you can cut right through it instead of using what I've been using, which was this, a zippy. So this was great, but the blade on that is really dull. So this uses actually the blade inside to cut the vinyl, or not the vinyl, to cut vinyl and the backing if you need it. So this is fantastic. So first off, we have a lighter tint right here, and we have a darker tint. Totally see the difference. This is, I'm really liking this one, but some people do prefer darker. So we're gonna cut this out to match the exterior part of the red lens, and let's see how this looks. Now that I've measured how much that I need, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it out. Okay, here's the darker one. I'm gonna do the same, cut it out. Alright guys, so first we're gonna clean the area up a little bit with some water and alcohol. So just go ahead and just wipe it all down. I'm just gonna mask off right here on the white line, because I don't want the tint. Let's just start taping around those existing areas. You don't have to, but it makes it a lot easier when it comes to pulling the vinyl off when you lay it down and need to reposition. So here we have the tint, okay? Alright, go peel it back. Just lay it on there for now. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it out, make it a lot easier, as you can see. And we're gonna slowly just squeegee it down. Alright, so now for this application, I'm gonna go ahead and use Vvivid Shield Guard. This is gonna protect the squeegee and the vinyl from getting too much friction on it. So it can cause a lot of what you call it, squeegee marks and scratches. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shake it up real well. Just do a quick spray. That's it. You don't want too much, especially in the small surface like this. You don't want any of this on the outsides. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use that. Works very well. It's already drenching the tip of the squeegee, which is nice. You could spray the tip of the squeegee and it'll be fine, but in this case, it should be alright. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. Being careful not to put my fingertips anywhere on the inside of the vinyl, because I don't want my fingertips inside the vinyl, because it will show through compared to regular vinyl. Okay, so here it gets a little tricky. All right, since this rounds off right here, it's gonna bunch up a lot. So what I have to do is slightly pull it back like that, and I'm gonna heat the area out and then stretch it over. Okay. Tack it down. That conformed really nicely up here. So now that we stretch all of this out in the triangle motion, it's gonna relieve all of the extra slack down here. Just pull it back. If you have a little bit of air in there, you can pull it back out slightly and just hold it and slowly let the vinyl fall into place. Don't want to overstretch it while it's cold, especially in these areas like this. So now that I've heated this area up and I tacked it down to hold it in place, I can pull it back. Okay. And I'm going to heat it up again and shrink the vinyl back into its original shape, and that will hug the corner very well. So once you laid all the vinyl down on all the corners, you want to post heat just to make sure there's no overstretching. Usually if there's overstretching, you can just hit a certain spot and you see the vinyl shrinking back. You want to correct that right away. So that's it. This is pretty much done. It's such an easy tail light to wrap. So I'm going to go ahead, get my blade from Vvivid. Super nice and ergonomic. Go ahead and just run that down right here. Okay. So what I did is there's a gap, a 1/4 inch gap here. I ran it against the trunk with the back of the blade. So that's gonna give me enough space or enough room to tuck this from behind. Now we're gonna go ahead from the top. But over here, you can't really tuck too much, so I'm going to cut right against the tail light, and be careful not to actually cut it. Push with the back of the blade and follow the tail light. Take your time. Make sure your blade is really sharp. Again, just push against it. You should be golden. See there? That came out really nicely. Now, the hardest part down here is trying to get a perfect edge on this tape line. That's where the reverse lights are. So I'm going to go ahead and just carefully do that. that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the tape. Next thing you want to do now is post tape. Now for right here, there is about 1/4 inch of vinyl here. I'm gonna just lightly hit it with the heat and then squeeze it in and make sure it lays flat. Evenly work your way down. So sometimes I like to push in on the edge right here and then tilt the squeegee towards the outside and then slowly glide it down. So. Alright guys, this is done. We're going to go ahead and do a time lapse on the other side with the much darker tint. And I can zoom out and show you guys exactly how this will look like and see which one actually complements the car the most. So let's go ahead and check it out. Alright guys, so there you have it. You have the dark tint and you have the semi-dark tint, which is, I would say, lighter tint. In terms of, from what I know, you can call this like a 15% tint, and this can be like a 30-35% tint. To me, this looks a lot nicer. You can still see the red through it, and it complements the car a little bit. If this was a brighter car, I think it would look amazing. But since this is kind of dark, I prefer the brighter red. But as you see here, this is a super dark one. It almost looks like it's painted, but it's not. They're both super glossy. I'll bring it in and show you guys how they look like. Personally, Vvivid has done a great job offering this tint for the market consumer. This is super affordable, super easy to use, and it just looks fantastic as the end results. So I'm very happy and blessed that they sent this to me to try it out. I'm going to actually be doing this on my own personal Lexus. I think it'll complement my rose gold chrome a lot. So later this week, we're going to go ahead and do my Lexus, and hopefully it turns out equally as nice as it did on this Scion XB. So hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like the video, hope you subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.